Park. RavenTek delivers observability and cybersecurity solutions at the right place and right time. Learn more at RavenTek.com. Thank you to our premier Field 1 sponsor, Crop Metcalf, home of the 5-star technician providing heating, air conditioning, plumbing, electrical, pest control, and home performance. Schedule now and enjoy a $99 cooling and heating system check. Visit www.cropmetcalf.com. Revolution Sports Academy, in partnership with DC United, combines soccer and academics for middle and high school aged athletes with academic support delivered by a leading provider of educational services to the MLS, SAI Academy. Now enrolling, visit gorsa.com. Welcome out on USL Championship action right down the road at Segra Field. First place Loudoun United Football Club hosts Lexington SC on Saturday, May 10th at 6 o'clock p.m. Get your tickets today at loudoununitedfc.com. Train, compete, and have fun this summer at Virginia Revolution Soccer Club. Soccer camps at RavenTek Park are open to players 5 and up with sessions to build skills, confidence, and game readiness. Choose from ball mastery, Footskills, Goalie Striker, preseason training, and the elite German Football Federation camp. No club affiliation is needed. Register now at govrsc.com. Make memories this summer at Virginia Revolution's multi-sports camp at RavenTek Park in Leesburg. Kids ages 5 to 13 stay active and have a blast with games like soccer, basketball, kickball, and more, all in a fun, high-energy setting. Half-day, full-day, and extended options are available. Spots fill fast. Register now at govrsc.com. Don't miss
Good evening, folks. This is Matthew Thomas with trusty cameraman Donovan here at the Revolution Sportsplex. What a fantastic facility. What a fantastic night for soccer. We are excited. This is a great matchup between two of the top 4 teams in the DMV south of the UPSL. We are in for just a fantastic game and great experience tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to RavenTek Park at the Virginia Revolution Sportsplex for tonight's match between the visiting Alexandria Reds and your Virginia Revolution. And now we ask that you please rise if able and face the flag for the playing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And now it's time for the starting lineups for tonight's match. First, for the visiting Alexandria Reds. In goal, number 0, Blake Bones. On defense, number 2, Alonzo Aguilar. On defense, number 3, Carlos Velasquez. Midfielder, number 6, Ronaldo da Silva. Forward, number 7, Ben Andrews. Forward, number 9, Ariel Asue. Forward, number 10, Jose Alvarado. Defenseman, number 14, Theo Gunter. Defenseman, number 15, Jacob Kiwanuka. Midfielder, number 18, Dimitri Turner. Forward, number 19, Gabrielius Mazonas. And now, the starting 11 for your Virginia Revolution! On defense, number 2, Seth K. Midfielder, number 8, Nelson Castillo. Forward, number 13, Alexander Dexter. Defense, number 7, Alex Gabaretti. In goal, number 99, Tanner Newport. Midfielder, number 10, Costa.
Take a look at the starting lineup for your VRSC Revolution Pro tonight. In goal, Tanner Newport will get the start after a strong performance against Virginia Dream. And we'll have Alec Gabarete playing fullback, a veteran fullback who can get forward. Aaron Uribe will wear the captain's armband, playing in a central role. He will be the leader in this back line. Seth Kane will offer strong support in another central role. Owen Rich will also assume some defensive responsibilities. He's another player who can get forward at times. Nelson Castillo will employ his technical finesse to help dominate the midfield, along with Costa Nica, who is a gritty enforcer, a 90-minute type player who absolutely will defend his teammates and make sure that the midfield has total domination for Revolution. Justin Wilson and Connor Pugh, two veteran players who will help Revolution get forward. Justin Wilson coming off a man-of-the-match performance against Virginia Dream. We'll look to have another big night tonight. Alexander Dexter is the catalyst in getting forward. His speed and skill will be integral to VA Revolution Pro. And of course, Jack Stone, the point of the spear, is renowned for his hold-up play and his ability to score goals. He will stretch the field at times and offer a target.
All right, folks, we hope that you could feel the excitement. Again, it's a beautiful night. It's a little windy, especially up here on the rooftop. Not nearly as bad down field level. But it's been a 75-degree day all day. Going to drop down to about 60 tonight. Absolute perfect playing conditions for these gentlemen. We are in for a fantastic hard-fought match, hard tackle match, as we just saw there early on. The Reds looking to get in the attack. Revolution coming back in numbers. Seth Kane out here on the outside, and Aaron Uribe working together in the back. Center defender, outside defender, fullback. The ball headed out for our first corner of the night. Revolution getting what they would consider to be a great start. Big number 15 for the for Alexandria Soccer Association, the ASA Reds. Jacob Kuwanuka will be a key factor. A solid big defender in the back. If you followed this Reds team, then you understand that they are without their leading scorer, Cole Heller, tonight. And then one of their captains and leaders over the last 7 years, Peja Ilyich, was able to just arrive before game time due to all his coaching duties for the ASA youth programs. We have our first shot of the game. Handled pretty easy by the Reds goalkeeper, Blake Monis. If you think he looks good in green, folks, you may recognize him as one of the goalkeepers here in the Fairfax area at George Mason University. So green suits him well. Both teams are strong in possession, like to attack, and the flag is up. Big Jack Stone getting on the ball early, wearing number 9. If you understand the position numbers for soccer set out by US Soccer way back in the 70s, the number 9 is the center forward. Back in the day, you had to wear the number of the position that you were playing. And Jack Stone is a true number 9, wearing number 9. Big, strong center forward, excellent finishing ability, excellent holding ability, plays off well. Really a force. If you were with us for the first round of the playoffs last year, Stone really had his way against the other Alexandria team, the United, in a game where the United were slightly favored playing at home, and the Revolution just absolutely took it to them in a fantastic game. At least from the Revolution side. Alexandria United would say not so much. Alexandria Reds knocked off this Revolution team a couple years ago in the playoffs, but have lost to them both of the last 2 years during the regular season. So, again, in for a fantastic game. We're going to have a foul coming out. Can you get that? Monis ready to take the free kick here for the Reds. A little bit of pressure. Stone almost getting a big boot on that one. Both these teams strong in possession, looking for kind of to take the authority in that area early on. Neither team able to do it thus far. Only about 4 minutes in, just entering match minute number 5. That's what the Reds were looking for. Nice play down here to the wing. Ben Andrews getting on it on the outside, taking his man one-on-one, takes him inside, looks to serve across, pretty well defended. About 5 black shirts there waiting on that. But one of the first signs for the Reds, Revolution had their one good opportunity. So even though these are 2 good defensive teams, we're seeing already some opportunities. Oh, not a touch. Mones would be proud of. Great opportunity on a one-touch ball. Kind of a hit and stop ball, we call that. Gets a backspin and drive that ball down and under. Connor Pugh almost put them on the board. Just drifting wide right. Again, if you could see in the broadcast, our flag is whipping pretty good. Our corner flags are now moving, so the wind is down at field level as well. Really whipping up top here. We're up on the great rooftop area here. Reds looking for a switch, playing this across. He's got their man on the outside, looks to play it in, finds his man, coming into the attack. It's Jose Alvarado playing it back out to Alonzo Aguilar. Oh, floats it in. Excellent job by Tanner Newport. Not an incredibly difficult save, but yet with the wind early on, possibly some nerves, couple bodies around from both sides, did an excellent job to go up and grab it and secure it and bring it in. Boy, folks, we're already off to a pretty fast and furious start. Semi-pro soccer really at its best, 2 of the top teams in the region. Thankfully, we have a top-notch refereeing crew tonight. That is Brendan O in the center that you see now being disagreed upon. Zach M, former youth referee of the year just a couple years ago over what they call AR1 on the team side. Tony C over on this side. And big experience, Miguel O is the 4th official to handle any disputes among the coaches and the staff tonight. So we are excited to have a outstanding crew with lots of high-level game experience and what we think will be a great hard-fought game. There we have a foul, possible card. Looks like the ref's going to hold it in his pocket early on. Probably a pretty good idea as a referee. That first card you give, you set the tone, and anything else equal to that the rest of the night. But that's what would have been called a tactical foul a few years ago. Now it has to be what's referred to as stopping a promising attack, a SPA. It was not. There was plenty of Revolution defenders behind. So what would have had to be a card a couple years ago, U.S. Soccer and FIFA have changed the terminology, and just because it was a purposeful tactical foul no longer needs to be a yellow card. Okay, ball lofted in, high into the wind. Some players in the box. We got players laying down in the box. All kind of mayhem here early on. Revolution player is down. Looked like he took a pretty good shot, unfortunately holding the facial area. We'll see if our trainer gets called on. Trainer tonight, beautiful Miss Erica K, is serving us. She was also at the last broadcast with the Reds against Alexandria United. So we thank Erica for her services. Hopefully she's shielded by the wind over on the far side up against the tarps. United was Revolution was in possession when the whistle blew, so be a drop ball to them. We no longer have contested drop balls between 2 players. Nice and easy, handed to them. They can do whatever they want out of there except be the first to score. And now they're looking to just play it around. Revolution now the team looking to get some possession. That's Nelsar Castilla on the outside, number 8, able to keep it. Playing this back to Aaron Uribe. Big holding center defender, a number that we will probably see on the ball a lot tonight. Seth Kane, even though he's a defender, playing it outside. Nice run down the wing here by Connor Pugh. And just loses it out of bounds. Folks, I think that's a battle we're going to be looking at all night. Connor Pugh of the Revolution And big Jacob K for the Reds. Strong defender. Reds playing it through. Nice little bit of skill, holding up, playing out here to their number 9, Ariana Shore. Nice switch. Boy, folks, this is a beautiful field. This is home, of course, of Loudoun United of the USL Championship. We'll get into that a little bit more. Just inking a new deal with Virginia Revolution and the clubs merging, which is just fantastic news for Northern Virginia soccer. But these two teams are making this large field. We haven't been given exact dimensions, but we're looking at somewhere around 130, 135 yards by about 75, which, if you think of that in terms of a football field, if you put that football field in the middle here, it would look absolutely tiny. And these teams are making this look small. They're going side to side, end to end, and just a few effortless plays, effortless boots. And here we have one. That ball was just played about 70 yards in the air. Very quick and easy. A little bit of a wanting ball, a little bit of a hopeful ball. Did go out for an Alexandria ASA Reds throw. Things tight on this side. Nice little piece of skill from Dimitri Turner. Oh, excellent turn there. Nelsar Castilla for the Revolution. Revolution keeping possession. Connor Pugh serves it in, has Stone in the middle. Turner tries to get it on it. Pugh gets in there, gets a boot on it. Oh, just puts it up on top. Just kind of landed on the back, top side of the crossbar, bounced out. That's what we were talking about, folks, how quickly these teams can really merge this field, make it small in a hurry. We were here on the near side. The Reds were boxed in. And next thing you knew, Revolution had a shot on goal hitting the post. But just as quick, the Reds have been attacking, liking this flank out here, playing it through. Big number 19, Gabrielis Mazonis for the Reds, does lose it. Revolution will gain possession, gain the throw. Dangerous play called there. Revolution will get an indirect kick. What some think of as a high kick, but the term high kick does not exist in the world of soccer. You can kick the ball as high as you want with your boot. It just depends what opponent is around and if it becomes a dangerous play. But if you stand on the side of youth soccer fields, you hear parents yelling for high kicks regularly. Headed out by Jacob, played through, going through the midfield. A little bit of miscommunication there. The Reds had two players, they're 9 and 10, Ariana Shore and Jose Alvarado, kind of thinking both were playing it. They were in the same area, similar to two receivers running the same pattern. Never a good thing. Okay, here's Big Jack Stone on the ball, looking to make his move, trying to find some targets. Playing it around, holding it up as he just does so well. That big frame of his works to his advantage, but yet moves really well for a big guy. There he is, he's holding. No, nice little flick. Finds his man down the flank, ball across, and just knocked out. We're looking to see, okay, the referee has signaled that it is a corner kick, so slid out by the Reds defender, Carlos Velasquez. Really an excellent play. Couldn't get the number of the Revolution player that was making that same near post run. Boy, folks, that literally was a matter of a second or two, matter of inches as to which player got the boot on it. Probably a goal if the Revolution player is able to get there first. Revolution looking like they may play short. They opt not to. Looks like to the dismay of the player that made the run out there for the short. Instead, it's bent in. Jacob gets a head on it, deflects off a Revolution player, right to Monis. Looked like he wanted something early, nothing there. Jack Stone trying to possibly bait him into a throw and get his foot on it quickly. Monis did catch him out of the corner of his eye. Looked like maybe not by much. So no damage, no harm. So right now, folks, in the UPSL DMV South, there are 4 teams that are starting to separate themselves a little bit up at the top. Virginia Dream, perennial powerhouse, knocked off these Reds in a fantastic game, 3-2 last week, back and forth. The Reds had the lead. Then the Dream went up 2-1, had that with about 7 minutes to go. The Reds tied it, and then with 2 minutes to go, Dream, oh, we have a deflection and a shot. Boy, again, just like that, giving you the standing, nothing going on. One misplay by the Reds, and Jack Stone gets a boot on it, nice and hard and low. He was looking near post, just a little nearer than he wanted. So the Dream did come back and win that in the 88th minute. And then them and Revolution had a similar game. Revolution also went up on Dream. In fact, went up twice. Dream came back both times for a 2-2 tie. Arlington Soccer Association is currently undefeated. So 3 teams without a loss, and the Reds with the 1 loss. And then there's a North Stars team that looks to be fairly strong that could contend for that coveted 4 spot. Here we go. We have a shot right at Monis. Oh, that's one. That he would like back. Just hit it right at Monis. It was a deflection. Was able to volley it out of the air, get it down onto the ground quickly. See this Revolution looking for a really high line, trying to force Alexandria into a mistake. Almost gotten away with a couple there. We'll go out for a Reds throw. If you're just joining us, you can see on the scoreboard, both on the screen as well as here at the stadium, that we're 0-0, but another mistake by the Reds. That one knocked back to the keeper. So not currently in for the Reds. Technically a midfielder, plays that defensive midfield role, the number 6 position, and sometimes a center back position. Their most experienced player, 35-year-old Peja Ilyich, who just arrived a couple minutes before game time after coaching all day for Alexandria Soccer Association. A renowned coach in the area, does a fantastic job, beloved by players. So we're seeing play's been a little shaky in the back here so far for the Reds. We're seeing when Coach Sheelan decides to get Ilyich into the game, possibly secure things a little bit. He does play the defensive midfielder most of the time, but he really secures the back. Goes into a defender position so often. Him and Jacob, big number 15, work so well together. Peja is a long-time pro, semi-pro player. Just very, very composed on the ball, as Big Jacob is here. And the two of them really secure things well for this ASA Red side. Reds looking down the right flank where they have taking almost all their lion's share possession. Able to get it, slide it through. Big number 18 on it, gets it, puts it across. And we have a goal. We have a goal. Oh, it was deflected. It was an excellent ball that was played in. The defender was able to get a foot on it. Big Dimitri Turner, captain for the Reds tonight. ASA did have a player making a run on the back post in case it popped out. Just kind of squirted across, hit the inside of the post and spun in. So just about at the 20th minute, halfway through this first half, we have a goal. The Reds go up 1-0.
Alexander goal in the 20th minute with number 19, Gabriel Espezones. Alexander goal in the 20th minute, Espezones.
That was Aguilar in the outside that won it. Played a beautiful ball in. The initial ball got deflected, or Aguilar's ball got deflected, and then he was able to secure it, play it through, and then the shot also got deflected. Just barely scooted through. Really unlucky for Revolution keeper Newport. Nothing he could really do on that. As most keepers, he would probably tell you he could have done something a little bit better, but just a kind of unlucky situation. Great setup for the Reds. So now it's going to be interesting to see. Again, the Revolution already playing a very high, very aggressive, very athletic, physical presence, pressing hard. You have to believe that that will continue and probably increase. Obviously, a long, long way to go. Still 70 minutes to go in this match. But the Revolution are not going to want to play too long down. Certainly not going to want to go down a second goal. This match was really thought to be pretty even. Probably a slight favor to the Revolution playing at home, who were able to tie a Virginia team that just barely knocked off the Reds last week. But the Reds playing without their leading scorer and Cole Hellert, playing here at home, and right now playing without their longtime stalwart and Pejelic. You have to believe that Revolution would have been probably a solid 1-goal favorite in this. So the Reds going up 1-0 really adds to the interesting and the intensity of the night. Have a little tango up. Reds looking for a little bit of an off the ball after the fact foul. Referee had a nice chat just to keep everybody calm. Entering into the 23rd minute, no cards have been shown. Nothing beyond play so far, which is really what we want to see. Want this game to be won and want the result to be talked about because of the skill, not because of extracurricular activities. Now it's the Reds that are applying some pressure, albeit in their own half. Foul on Da Silva. 6-on-6 crime there. Owen Rich going down. Great opportunity for the Revolution. This was the ball they played in earlier to the far post. Almost able to get somebody on it. Not quite. Looks like they're setting up for about the same. Got 6 guys in the box. 4 of which are left of center on the far post. We've got 1 near post. If they could find him, he's wide open. They do loft it in. Header coming through. Uribe almost able to get that. Looks like it just skimmed off the top of his head. He is the center back, so that's a nice long run for him going back. Good hard physical play there. The ref says keep going. The Reds playing it through. Lots of extra hand holding going on. Reds trying to regain a little bit of composure, a little bit of possession here. Bad pass in. Ball being fought hard. Couple Reds players collide, but able to get it. Aaron Ashore on it for the Reds. Plays it across. Aguilar out there on the outside. Makes a run. It's used as a dummy. Oh, nice little bit of skill, a little bit of a touch and flick and jump, but not able to do anything once he got it. Revolution regained possession. Now we got whole arm holding. Starting to see a little bit more and more of that. That's a reflection of the fact that we're about 20 minutes in. Also a reflection that we have a goal on the board, which is going to crank up the intensity even with 65 minutes plus to go. Play it back to Monis. Capose player. Again, a D1 college keeper here at George Mason. Nice battle, 9-on-9 that time. The Reds win it. Get it played through. Excellent defending coming back for the Revolution. They were hoping for a card there. A little bit of a tug on the back of Connor Pugh. But if that was a card, then we would be on about 8 or 9 cards at this point. And that's not the game that we're all hoping to see tonight. So far, our officials really done a pretty good job. Allow them to play, understands that these are two big, strong, physical teams, two skilled teams, but has understood kind of that line. So we're seeing if that maintains. Players at this level are really good at picking up on what the ref will allow and not allow. Neither team wants to give up a free kick, especially in a dangerous position. That could be the difference. So again, we have a tug, and it looks like we will have our first booking of the night. So that was that, stopping a promising attack foul that we had talked about earlier. Purposeful foul there against Mazonis, who has the lone goal tonight.
The yellow card has been shown in the 27th minute. Virginia Revolution, number 19, Aaron Uribe. Yellow card in the 27th minute to Uribe.
So that card does go to Uribe, the captain, center defender. Coach would probably tell you that he's happy with that card and thinks it was a good card because Mazonis is into space and possibly on goal if he doesn't. So again, our tactical foul, stopping a promising attack. So what we will see is how that plays for Uribe the rest of the night. He's a big, strong, aggressive defender. He's got big number 19 Mazonis to deal with tonight. And now he can't afford to pick up a second card. There we see the same two going at it. This call going the other way. Mazonis from behind got a nice little push and little hack of the ankle, it looked like. Uribe saying, "You gave me a card. Where's his card?" Uribe really arguing his case. Don't think the judge is going to give it to him at this point. Basically says, go back and take the kick and play the ball. Uribe now pleading with the AR. Figuring he didn't get anywhere with the center official. Maybe he'd get a little further with AR. Young Zach M over there to no avail. So that's a battle on that end that we're going to be looking at. We talked about a big one on this end between the big center defender and big center forward we have on this attacking side. Revolution down the wing. Well defended by the Reds. Great fight to the end. Is able to shield it out for a goal kick. Boy, to young players, I hope you were able to watch that last sequence. That was a defender that got good position. Forward was doing everything he could. Didn't give up on it. Played it. Almost won it for a corner. It's exactly how you'd want to play that, both as a defender and a forward. Coaches love to see that with no foul, no animosity. Just great hard-fought play that neither player gave up on. Ball played in. Uribe gets a foot on it. Able to get an overlap run by Aguilar out here on the outside. Gets it in. He's attacking. Slots it across. Oh, just a little too far. It looked like he was kind of in between thoughts whether he wanted to shoot that or whether he wanted to slide that across. If he slides that across negatively backwards, that's going to be a goal for the Reds. He looked like he was going far post. Wasn't quite able to get it. I think that's one that after he just made a 70-yard run to get that shot, he'd probably like to have that decision back. Something else we will be watching, see if he gets another one of those chances later in the night, what he chooses to do. Revolution switching sides here, looking to play outside. Nice little piece of skill, little trip to go for it. That was Aguilar over there, getting called for the trip. No need to play that into trouble and give up a 50-50 ball. Revolution play it nicely across the back, switch positions, get it in here to Stone. Nelsar Castillo gets on it. Number 8, really nice, skilled, tough little player for the Revolution. Somebody that could really play into this decision tonight. Trying to find some space there in the midfield. Not a lot of space to be had. The Reds really seem to kind of have an eye on him and understand that that's who the Revolution want to go up through. Ball lost by the Revolution, but you gotta love their tenacity in the back. I mean, look at that, folks. 4 players in the final just quadrant trying to win that ball back. Ref had allowed an advantage, called it back when nothing materialized. Just a little bit of a push out here. The Reds will take the kick. Good fight. Revolution busting through with that. That was Costanica. Able to come out of that pack. About 4 players looked like they had a chance at it, and Nika came through. Ball played over the top. Possibly was in an offside position, but then was played by the Reds, so that nullifies that. And we do now have the player in an offside position.
Your attention please, a yellow card caution has been shown in the 33rd minute to number 18, Justin Wilson. Yellow card in the 33rd minute for Wilson.
So that was number 18, Justin Wilson, that got the card. The official term would go in the referee's book as delaying a restart. Could deem it as unsporting conduct. He was a little frustrated, got caught offside, otherwise had a primo chance to score, banged the ball after the whistle. So 2 yellow cards here in the first half for the Revolution. We'll see whether that plays a part at all. such a tough balance at this level. As a player on a yellow card, you still have to play hard. You still have to do your job and fight for everything, but you just can't afford to put your team. So unique to soccer that you play a man short once you lose. No other American sport, no other sport that we know of has that. So you don't want to do something stupid and put your team in a really bad position, but at the same time, coaches will say that if you can't go and play hard and play right on that edge, right on that line, that they're going to have to take you out. All right, Mizunas into space. Not much going on. Had 3 defenders. Ball slotted through. Nice leave, dummy by Jose Alvarado. The Reds playing this into a little bit of trouble. That high line of Revolution has really caused some issues, especially with this wind. Been about 4 cases where the Reds were really fortunate not to give up one in a bad deep position. Now we have a giveaway for the Revolution. Oh, and it's one back. A hard challenge. Seth Kane won it, but he is still down. Play continues. The Reds in on the attack. And the flag does go up. So that was Arian Ashur that was on that hard tackle out here with Kane. And then it was Ashur that was called offside. Ball slotted down to Wilson. Called offside. This time Wilson goes and collects the ball and brings it back for the Reds. Doesn't want the ref thinking of him poorly. Certainly doesn't want that second yellow. So, pretty smart play there by Wilson. Didn't fight the call. Was clearly a yard or 2 off. Busting through for the Revolution. Connor Pugh. The ball's lost, gone out. Going for a throw-in for the Reds. Folks, we're in the 37th minute. 8 minutes plus stoppage time to go here in the first half. The Reds with a little bit of a surprising lead. However, it's been a really even game. Both teams have had a couple opportunities. Neither keepers had to do anything great just yet. The Reds, after a great build-up, were able to get a shot across. It did deflect off a defender and just spin slowly into the corner of the goal. With both a Reds forward and a Revolution defender trying to get on that ball, but it did just hit the inside of the post and go in. Again, this Reds team was up 1-0 against the Dream. Not able to hold that, but gave them a great fight. So we'll see where we end up tonight. Nice little flick and one by Ben Andrews, trying to get up to Mizunas. Not quite able to. Ball played back to Newport. Oh, plays an excellent ball. Again, a ball 60, 70 yards played out, or 70 yards from goal. Probably played it 50 yards. Right to Connor Pugh, waiting for it here on the sideline. Excellent job by Newport. Oh, nice ball slotted through. Wilson's getting on the end of it. Gets it right before the end line. But with his momentum and direction, wasn't able to do anything but really bang it across. Played pretty easily by Monis. Wilson made a great run, a great job just to be able to save that. If he's able to get that ball just a yard or 2 before the line, be able to get past it, pull it back negatively, then he probably has a great chance for an assist. There were some attackers making runs, both in the center of goal and the far post. Oh, battle in the middle. Foul was called on Alec. I'm going to take a run at this. Gabarete. We apologize, Alec, if that... I'm getting a thumbs up, so we're in the ballpark, so that's good. Alec made a nice run at that, won it, but was not happy to be called for the foul. Reds playing over the top here. to another offside. It's about our 7th or 8th offside call of the night. Oh, ball played in. Stone is on. Looked like a possible collision coming there, but nothing happened. Stone just a little love tap on the shoulder to say I'm here and possibly make Moness nervous for a later play. All right, Uribe finally got his wish. The yellow card now comes out for Mazonis. Two of them have been battling hard.
Your attention, please. A yellow card caution has been issued to Alexandria number 19, Gabrielis Mazonis. Yellow card issued in the 39th minute for 19.
A rousing applause here at the Sportsplex. They appear not to be a fan of the Reds captain. The two have been battling all night. That's the case. That card would be given for what would be referred to as PI, or now referred to as PO, for persistent infringement, persistent offense. Not necessarily the foul itself deserving a yellow, but about the 4th call. Him and Uribe are probably not going out for drinks tonight together. They're having a great time there in the back, kind of knocking the snot out of each other a little bit. But that battle, and in the battle with Big Jack Stone down here on this end, one of those could result in a game-changing goal tonight. Both teams have unusually big center forwards playing a high one-forward system. Both coaches would tell you that that's not the lineup, but that's really what it's played to tonight for both squads. The Reds are in a 3-4-3. The Revolution are in a 4-3-3. But most of the time, if you looked, you're seeing one forward kind of high. Revolution, you now see the 3. Looks like we do have a second yellow card given to the Reds. We'll get a number here for you shortly. So it was Alvarado getting that yellow card for the Reds. So score on the board is 1-0. Score in the referee book is 2-2 as far as yellow cards. Again, we'll see if any of those yellows turn a different color in the second half. Nice little attack down here. Good little fight. Very aggressive play. And we are going to have the foul. Probably could have given an earlier one. Revolution was able to hold possession. That was De Silva that was called for that foul all over the back of the Revolution defender. We are approaching the 44th minute. Again, we are 1-0 for the visiting ASA Reds. Excellent match, exactly what we expected. Two teams with a lot of respect for one another. Big, physical, strong teams going at everything hard. We're starting to see a little bit of gamesmanship. You can tell there's a little bit of yakking going on. Some touches on the back of shoulders, taps on the back of ankles. Both teams letting the other one know that they are here and they are set. Wilson, again, almost able to steal that off the foot of Monis. Wilson gets it, lays it off, finds Stone. Oh, hits it off the outside of his right foot, all the way across the goal, out of bounds. There was a deflection, at least the team in green is saying there was. Team in red doesn't seem to agree, but the team in green has the power. Ball slotted across. Stone gets a foot on it. Is able to deflect it back. Play on the outside. Was thwarted by the Reds. Nice little sequence here for the Revolution. getting some chances. Boy, would they love to stick one here in the net and go into this game 1-1, into this halftime. Nice little piece of skill again by Castillo. Castillo, uh-oh, nifty, what some would call a cheeky little flick. Played it to Kane, making a run from his defensive position to lead to a corner kick for the Revolution in the 45th minute. Folks, this could end up being a key spot in the game, especially if the Revolution are able to convert it. Looking for their opportunity. Got a corner kick. We seemingly have the whole town in the penalty area. Comes out. Ball's driven across. Deflected out by Mizunis. Ball goes through. Stone was in an offside position. Played the ball. The flag immediately went up. Folks, the fact that that was...
The center referee has advised that there will be a minimum of 2 additional minutes played in the first half. A minimum of 2 minutes.
Big Gabrielis Mazonis that deflected that out. The center forward for the Reds was all the way in the box, and that told you how important both teams understood that sequence to be. If you did not hear over the PA system, the ref has given us a minimum of 2 minutes for stoppage play. Many don't realize that when the ref does give that, that is the minimum time. So often you hear coaches and parents screaming if we go into a 3rd or 4th minute, especially if a goal was scored and they're not happy about it. But when the ref gives that time, that is a minimum amount of time, not the actual and certainly not a maximum. So we are on the 45th minute. About a minute and a half to go in our stoppage time. Revolution have really had the flow of possession here in the last 10 minutes. In the last 4 or 5 minutes, it's been mostly down the Reds' end with the Revolution attacking well. Another nice touch by Castillo. That one gets away from him. The Reds look like they're in no hurry here before half. Certainly don't want to go on an odd man rush. Get caught back on a counterattack, giving up an unnecessary goal right before halftime. The Reds clearly in no hurry to take this throw-in.
If there are any Academy Select players in the stands, please...
Wilson says, please take this ball and take the throw-in.
Please report to the center gate for a halftime presentation.
Carlos Velasquez does get it in for the Reds. Revolution looking to bang it up and see if they can possibly get something. Coming now through the middle for Castillo. Tackled away nicely. Big number 18, Dimitri Turner, does an excellent job winning that from the crafty Castillo. The Reds into attack, however they lose it. Revolution got some numbers. They're going hard forward. Plays it down. Just a little harder than he wanted. Looks like he's a little frustrated. Player did not make the run he thought. And
Revolution 0, Alexandria 1.
Folks, that is our halftime whistle. Boy, we hope you've enjoyed this so far. What an excellent contest we have going. It is 1-0 Alexandria at half, with what we believe to be some more goals and a whole lot of action. A little bit of animosity still to come here in the second half. So this is Matthew Thomas and Donovan saying thank you for joining us. And we are going to come back in about 10 minutes. Stay tuned for the advertisements and broadcast from the Virginia Revolution Sportsplex and Virginia Revolution. Thank you, folks.
RavenTek Park. RavenTek delivers observability and cybersecurity solutions at the right place and right time. Learn more at raventech.com. Thank you to our premier Field 1 sponsor, Crop Metcalf, home of the 5-star technician providing heating, air conditioning, plumbing, electrical, pest control, and home performance. Schedule now and enjoy a $99 cooling and heating system check. Visit www.kropmetcalf.com. Revolution Sports Academy, in partnership with DC United, combines soccer and academics for middle and high school aged athletes with academic support delivered by a leading provider of educational services to the MLS, SAI Academy. Now enrolling, visit gorsa.com. Welcome to RavenTek Park. RavenTek delivers observability and cybersecurity solutions at the right place and right time. Learn more at RavenTek.com. On USL Championship action right down the road at Segra Field, first place Loudoun United Football Club hosts Lexington SC on Saturday, May 10th at 6 o'clock p.m. Get your tickets today at LoudounUnitedFC.com. Train, compete, and have fun this summer at Virginia Revolution Soccer Club. Soccer camps at RavenTek Park are open to players 5 and up with sessions to build skills, confidence, and game readiness. Choose from ball mastery, Footskills, Goalie Striker, preseason training, and the elite German Football Federation camp. No club affiliation is needed. Register now at govrsc.com. Make memories this summer at Virginia Revolution's multi-sports camp at RavenTek Park in Leesburg. Kids ages 5 to 13 stay active and have a blast with games like soccer, basketball, kickball, and more, all in a fun, high-energy setting. Half-day, full-day, and extended options are available. Spots fill fast. Register now at govrsc.com. Don't miss out on USL Championship action right down the road at Segra Field. First place Loudoun United Football Club hosts Lexington SC on Saturday, May 10th at 6 o'clock p.m. Get your tickets today at LoudounUnitedFC.com. Train, compete, and have fun this summer at Virginia Revolution Soccer. VA Revolution, especially if they come under pressure. Jack Stone is a great option to stretch the field and take some pressure off of this back line. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for your VRSC Revolution Pro tonight. In goal, Tanner Newport will get the start after a strong performance against Virginia Dream. And we'll have Alec Gabarete playing fullback, a veteran fullback who can get forward. Aaron Uribe will wear the captain's armband, playing in a central role. He will be the leader in this back line. Seth Kane will offer strong support in another central role. Owen Rich will also assume some defensive responsibilities. He's another player who can get forward at times. Nelson Castillo will employ his technical finesse to help dominate the midfield, along with Costa Nica, who is a gritty enforcer, a 90-minute type player who absolutely will defend his teammates and make sure that the midfield has total domination for Revolution. Justin Wilson and Connor Pugh, two veteran players who will help Revolution get forward. Justin Wilson coming off a man-of-the-match performance against Virginia Dream. We'll look to have another big night tonight. Alexander Dexter is the catalyst in getting forward. His speed and skill will be integral to VA Revolution Pro. And of course, Jack Stone, the point of the spear, is renowned for his hold-up play and his ability to score goals. He will stretch the field at times and offer a target for VA Revolution, especially if they come under pressure. Jack Stone is a great option to stretch the field and take some pressure off of this back line. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for your VRSC Revolution Pro tonight. In goal, Tanner Newport will get the start after a strong performance against Virginia Dream. And we'll have Alec Gabarete playing fullback, a veteran fullback who can get forward. Aaron Uribe will wear the captain's armband, playing in a central role. He will be the leader in this back line. Seth Kane will offer strong support in another central role. Owen Rich will also assume some defensive responsibilities. He's another player who can get forward at times. Nelson Castillo will employ his technical finesse to help dominate the midfield, along with Costa Nica, who is a gritty enforcer, a 90-minute type player who absolutely will defend his teammates and make sure that the midfield has total domination for Revolution. Justin Wilson and Connor Pugh, two veteran players who will help Revolution get forward. Justin Wilson coming off a man-of-the-match performance against Virginia Dream. We'll look to have another big night tonight. Alexander Dexter is the catalyst in getting forward. His speed and skill will be integral to VA Revolution Pro. And of course, Jack Stone, the point of the spear, is renowned for his hold-up play and his ability to score goals. He will stretch the field at times and offer a target for VA Revolution, especially if they come under pressure. Jack Stone is a great option to stretch the field and take some pressure off of this back line. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for your VRSC Revolution Pro tonight. In goal, Tanner Newport will get the start after a strong performance against Virginia Dream. And we'll have Alec Gabarete playing fullback, a veteran fullback who can get forward. Aaron Uribe will wear the captain's armband, playing in a central role. He will be the leader in this back line. Seth Kane will offer strong support in another central role. Owen Rich will also assume some defensive responsibilities. He's another player who can get forward at times. Nelson Castillo will employ his technical finesse to help dominate the midfield, along with Costa Nica, who is a gritty enforcer, a 90-minute type player who absolutely will defend his teammates and make sure that the midfield has total domination for Revolution. Justin Wilson and Connor Pugh, two veteran players who will help Revolution get forward. Justin Wilson coming off a man-of-the-match performance against Virginia Dream. We'll look to have another big night tonight. Alexander Dexter is the catalyst in getting forward. His speed and skill will be integral to VA Revolution Pro. And of course, Jack Stone, the point of the spear, is renowned for his hold-up play and his ability to score goals. He will stretch the field at times and offer a target for VA Revolution, especially if they come under pressure. Jack Stone is a great option to stretch the field and take some pressure off of this back line. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for your VRSC Revolution Pro tonight. In goal, Tanner Newport will get the start after a strong performance.
We on? All right, folks. Matthew Thomas and Donovan back here with you. We are excited for our second half. If you were out earlier today, folks, beautiful day, just a few scattered showers, but mid-70s. It is dropping quickly. We are adding layers and adding gloves up here. Still a nice night, but with the wind whipping, especially up here on the rooftop, as they call it, at RavenTek Stadium. Second half gets going. Revolution certainly will be looking for an early goal, an early equalizer. Playing it a little direct right now, going over the top. Those of you that are Revolution and Loudoun United fans, we got word that Loudoun won it in the 96th minute over Lexington tonight. An exciting finish and victory for them. Collect the 3 points in the USL Championship. They would love to get the duplicate here. Walk away with 2 wins. We're hoping to fill you in more tonight on this great merger just signed between Loudoun United and the Revolution. It's been such an exciting game with so much action we haven't had time. But that makes them the only program in the area that goes from grassroots 18 months all the way up through a pro team with a pro semi-pro team in between, being the Revolution. If we could show you more of this complex, it is just absolutely beautiful. There are 5 full-size fields side by side by side by side by side, going up and down, and in this beautiful stadium field that has concession stand, has a rooftop bar, seating area, kind of a little inside, almost press box area that right now they're just using for fans to be able to enjoy and get out of the wind and out of the cold a little bit. Again, both teams will try to establish possession and a little bit of their style early in the second half. First minute or so, not much going on either way. Revolution, nice little tic-tac-toe passing to get out of trouble. Alexandria tries a nice little flick over the top from Turner, but that is picked off by the Revolution. They say, enough on this side, let's switch sides. Oh, makes a nice move, beats his man on the outside, playing through the middle. Castillo, the man that you want on the ball as much as possible for the Revolution. But the Reds able to get out, have their own little crafty maneuver. Play out here to Alvarado. Alonso Aguilar plays it back to Alvarado. Down the line, Aguilar trying to make the run. Not able to. Aguilar really playing a big part in this game tonight. He's coming from his defensive position. Other than the goal scoring opportunity, he definitely created the next best chance for the Reds tonight. Got a little bit caught in the middle of a mindset between a pass and shot. It ended up kind of going in between both and just past the far post, just in front of the oncoming runner for the Reds. But showing great prowess. There he wins the ball, tight traffic. Again, folks, a little chilly, a little windy here, but we really wish you could be with us. Fantastic place for a soccer game. 2 great teams, beautiful summer night, or spring night turning into a winter night. Players going down, hard to tell whether that was much of a anything or a little bit of a flop. Almost a bad giveaway. Boy, that same end that the Reds were having trouble getting out of, I think the wind is kind of wreaking havoc there. They caused some pressure and almost win a ball and present a difficult opportunity, amounted to nothing. Our little disheveled. Second half continues. Neither team able to really win much in the way of possession. But this game has just kept turning on a dime. Seemingly nothing, and then an attack. Revolution in the box. Reds trying to defend hard without a foul. Ball played across to Revolution. Forwards, one gets on it. Slides it back, finds Castillo. Slides in the middle to Stone. Oh, he slides it back. Great idea, something that Revolution do so well, especially with Big Jack Stone there in the middle, but was not able to quite get enough on it. But just like that, they win it back. They're now attacking down the other flank. Across the middle, have a shot, goes for nothing. Gets a shot on this side, gets deflected by Aguilar. The Reds double team, leaves the man open, slots it in. But a little bit too much in the center of the goal, not the far post I think he was hoping for. He did have a runner, but was not able to connect with him. That was a nice ball Owen Rich threw in there for the Revolution, but he would like to have that back and just make a little bit more far post. Okay, Revolution, now they're putting some pressure on. They're starting to put their stamp on the second half. The Reds asking for a handball, not getting it. We think rightfully so from our vantage point up here. Tacking down the wing. Wilson slots it in. Reds just able to slide and get it out of play. Theo Gunter deflecting that out. Last second for the Reds. Folks, you're seeing a second when Donovan scans to the goal. Revolution have 7 players in the box and one just at the D at the top of it. All on the goal line at the moment. They are really trying to get this equalizer early. Bend it into trouble, into traffic. Reds do an excellent job to deflect it out. Boy, you don't see that very often with that many players on the goal line, but they played that right into them. A fantastic corner, created some havoc. A set play I'm sure they score off of regularly and just creates a nightmare for opposing goalkeeper and defenders. Out here, coming back across, finds Kane on the outside. We're about 6 minutes into the second half, and Revolution has had possession for about 5 minutes and 15 seconds of that 6 minutes. They're coming out hard. Want that equalizer. Would put them in a great spot. They've kind of got the Reds on their heels. But the Reds have been counter-attacking well tonight as well. Castillo has it, gets a shot. Big Jacob gets his foot on it, deflects it out. Jack Stone on it on the outside. Plays it across. Jacob just able to deflect it out. Again, that was a battle we highlighted early in the night. So we had 2 fouls in quick succession, one against each team, and the ref has called it back to the first one, which went foul against Revolution in favor of the Reds, so the Reds will have possession. Looking down the line, we were interested to see if Peja Ilyich was going to start the second half for the Reds. He is not. He is still on the bench. Coach Sheelan has decided to stick with the group that got him here. Again, this is a really young Red squad that most folks didn't figure would contend in this UPSL South Division this year, but they are right there near the top and would be truly in the mix with a win tonight if they're able to maintain this. Monas under a little bit of pressure, plays it deep, trying to find Alvarado out here. Uribe just ushers it back, no worries. Looks like the Revolution have switched goalies. That is 99. Trey Wolf. Okay, so sorry folks, we were just given some false numbering. So that is still Tanner Newport in goal. Thank you to Kurt, our DJ and announcer out here, for helping us out. Man of many talents. Nice little love tap on the shoulder. Castillo says, I'll go down and take the free kick. Quick start. Even quicker than his own team was expecting. Fans getting into this a little bit now. I think that's a matter of the score plus the halftime beers that Stone gets it, gets turned. Oh, for a big guy, just turns and moves just so quickly and so crafty. But defenders on both sides, one behind, had him triangled, and yet he still got it on goal. Just wasn't able to get much more than a little bit of a push flick. But it shows you why he's up there and somebody to be watched moving forward and possibly getting time with Loudoun or another squad moving forward. A big center forward just creates a nightmare for defenders, as we're seeing with both teams. It's Gabriel Mazonis that has the goal for the Reds tonight. Also much bigger than average center forward. Flicked on by Revolution. A little bit of trouble. Mazonis gets in. Oh, excellent fight for the ball. Revolution come out. Banging it. Just able to keep it in. Makes a nice touch. Won by the Reds, but out of bounds. So Revolution will maintain their line share of possession here in the second half. Again, folks, we want to thank you for joining us here in DMV Sports. We ask that you like and you subscribe so that you could find games easier. We are broadcasting games all over the DMV area and all the major semi-pro leagues, the UPSL, the VSSL, the MSSL, summer games, and the NPSL, and hoping to be able to start bringing some USL matches to you here sooner than later. Okay, the Reds into attack. Get it? Boy, it looked like the wind just kind of continued to blow that. Looked like the Silva, number 6 here for Alexandria, had a beat on it. It just kept blowing and blowing and rolling. All right, that's the Silva. Gets it. Mazonis tries just a little bit, kind of a hope prayer cross. Only had one man in the middle. Was deflected out by the Revolution. We will note, folks, that we have not had a sub that we know of unless one stuck in at halftime, but neither team has subbed yet. Of course, in the UPSL, once you sub, you're out. Not like our youth leagues that so many of you are familiar with. So both coaches are going with dancing with the girl that brung them. Revolution win the throw, play it back. Nice little flick, trying to find Stone. Great battle. Oh, him and Jacob. I hope neither of them commits a crime tonight, because they would find the other's DNA all over one another, the way those two have been battling and continue to battle. Same thing we're seeing down on this end with Mazonis and Uribe. We just have to believe, folks, that one of those two battles, the big center forward and the big center defender, is going to lead to a goal tonight that could really determine the outcome of this game. So we will continue to keep an eye on that. Played out by the Revolution. Wilson helping the Reds to get it back in quickly. Sure out of the goodness of his heart. The Reds playing it down this wing, able to keep it in. Overshoots Mazunas. Runs all the way through to Newport. Quick distribution. Gets it to the outside back. Back to Newport. Oh, look at the wind. Look what that wind is doing. It is actually pulling that backwards, and it comes all the way back to them, which is legal in case you're wondering. Can't have a back pass to yourself. But you see the wind there, folks. That's the best illustration we could have given you all night. Castillo working his magic. It's one of these little center midfielders that looks like he has about 4 feet, and you're not sure which two to guard.
Yes, there it is. We'll take that, folks. You got it. Ridiculous. Come on.
So Revolution had an attack. Looked to be a little bit of a push behind by the Reds. The ref said it was shoulder to shoulder on the side, so he allowed it. Not to the agreement of most of the folks here in black tonight. One going the other way that the Reds would say we would like that one. So I think we just evened that out, folks. And now the Revolution, Stone into the attack, pressing hard. He's got a man on his right, finds him. Jacob just read it. See what, it did deflect off the Revolution forward as the Reds were claiming. We were looking to see whether the team in green agreed with that, and they did. So, folks, here we have, give me the sub. We have our first sub of the night coming in, it looks like. So Jack Stone will be leaving for the night. We're not sure if that's injury related or minutes or just coach looking for a little bit of a different attack. We will get you a name and number of the player here momentarily. Coming in for Stone. Wind really starting to whip up. You can probably unfortunately hear it in the broadcast. We apologize if it's creating some static. But we do want you to get the feel that you are here. Zunis tries to flick it through to Aguilar. Revolution winning at the cane. Into the game for the Revolution is 21, Julian Afori. A little bit of a smaller, quicker forward. So it looks like the Revolution is going with a little bit of a different idea. You would think that they would kind of switch up formations here. Oh, the Reds trying to play it through, tries to slot it through, does get it through. And that goes out for what we believe to be the first corner of the night for the Reds. Alvarado, a little bit of tic-tac-toe, passing out here. Nice combination play, was able to get it knocked off a defender of the Revolution. So what would be interesting here, folks, would be to see how many players the Reds are throwing into the attack. And it looks like they're really wanting to go here. They are taking their time every second they can, take off the clock with this 1-0 lead. So the Reds are taking the corner, and then they've got 7 players either in or just at the top of the box. Interesting, all sort of in the middle. None near post, none far post, or just barely one on the far post. 2 back with just 1 Revolution attacker. Plays a bending ball in. You could kind of see what their play was there. They kept everybody in the middle, nobody near post, then played a ball bending in near post, kind of low. Aguilar, the one player making a run. Revolution was not fooled by that. They're playing a zone marking system with just a couple man-on-man marks. And the wind just takes that. That ball started out about the penalty mark and bent all the way in, out of play behind the post in the side netting.
If you're looking for another example of how bad the wind is out here, you can see the flags on the corners bending. Never seen that before.
Yeah, if you look at the flags, sometimes they're getting to almost waist high, almost completely bent over. Did we have a sub?
Team is on for black, 7 went on.
What? So Revolution making another sub. Alec Gabarete coming off. We believe
Who came on? 14,
and Luis Argueta, excuse us. Number 14 is on for the Revolution. The Reds look to be making their first sub of the night. That is Captain Peja Ilyich coming on, who we've been expecting to see again. Was just able to arrive at the game about 6 minutes before kickoff. We'll take his... No, excuse me. Yes, that is Ilyich. We're number 8. Ilyich was one of the keystones of this Reds program. The very first year they started with a men's team, a U23 team, a year or so before COVID. Unfortunately, tore his ACL the week before the first, or I believe just into the first game. But ever since then has been a stalwart. It is a young Reds team. And then 35-year-old Captain Ilyich out there. But if you know him and you see him in person, you would swear he was mid-20s. Youthful, excitable kind of guy. Fantastic youth coach, as we mentioned. All right, nice little fight. We thought we might have a little bit more contact there. Zunas pulls off. Now, folks, we're into the 67th minute. Still a lot of time. 23 minutes plus stoppage. But I think most viewers, most experts and teams and folks around the league that know these two teams would tell you, with Alexandria missing Cole Heller, Ilyich not getting in the game until late, here at the Revolution Stadium, they would tell you that they would have thought Revolution would be the team up at least 1-0 at this point. Revolution has had more of the possession, most of the possession this second half, but the Reds in the last few minutes able to get in the attack a little bit. Nothing too dangerous. Really have not seen any what we would call a plus save by either keeper. So that was a Revolution attack. Wilson was on it. The Reds defender was able to get position and get in front of him. There was definitely some hand play. Hard to tell whether it was enough. The referee said it was. The crowd here not happy with that. Definitely a good opportunity for the Revolution. This game's going to have some chances before it's over tonight, folks. We have not seen the last of good opportunities. Again, not a plus save from either squad, but some excellent attacking and both teams, and really a game that's been up and down all night. A little bit of a bad giveaway by the Reds. Jacob gets on it. As we mentioned with Stone, so crafty and fleet of foot for a big guy. Nice little pullback maneuver there. Reds in absolutely no hurry to get this. Justin Wilson again being the good host and going and collecting the ball for the Revolution to get it back to the Reds. Ball does get back in play. Reds looking down this wing. Play it. That is Connor O'Brien, number 11, in front of us, that also came into the game when Ilyich came in a few minutes ago. That's him on it, so they've got a couple fresh legs. There you see Illich chasing it hard. Now it's coming out. Castillo, who seemingly has just been on the ball all night. They say that a midfielder can run 10, 11 miles in a match. Castillo has run that and then some tonight. Ball goes back, point of attack change. Again, anytime it's down this end, the wind is just causing some havoc. The Reds are now the team applying the hard pressure. Oh, nice hard challenge. The ref says absolutely fair. Bring it on. Castillo brought it down, flicked it outside, just runs out. Our 2-on-2 crime there. Aguilar able to just defend it out. Kane making a run and some pressure. Illich on the ball. One of those players that you won't, very seldom will see do something that you'd consider spectacular, but so many things done so well. Oh, it was a giveaway by Big Jacob. A little bit of pressure here. Oh, bad pass. And Wilson with the opportunity of the night for the Revolution. Initial bad giveaway by Monis in the back. Revolution wanted, didn't panic, didn't force it, slid it across. Justin Wilson got on it just inside the box, center of the goal, got laces on it, and just sent it up over the crossbar, and the equivalent of a college softball pitcher's rising fastball. One that he would surely like back, and a skill player his level would put on frame probably 80% or better of the time. But he's back on it. Again, there are more opportunities coming. This game's starting to open up. We're starting to see some errors. The wind is whipping. Revolution with the attack and the bulk of players forward, but the Reds are just kind of lurking into a counterattack. Mazonis there, Uribe able to win it. Mazonis is able to win that and go forward. Could be an interesting battle and race back one-on-one. Wind really whipping left to right. So Revolution are just looking into the face of the wind, feeling it on them. If this was a youth game, it would all be played in the one end due to the heavy wind. Guys at this level able to really bang some of these balls low and hard back through. Nice little touch by Newport there. Not threatened by the wind or the pressure. Revolution back into attack, liking that right wing. Slot it down. Got 6 players heading into the box, gets across, finds one of them, gets through, gets deflected. And there's your goal. We have a goal. That was your sub, folks. Number 21, Julian Afore, who came in for Big Jack Stone. Ball bounced around. Defender made a save. Goalie made a save. Could not get it cleared out. Slid across. Afore in the proverbial right place, right time. Slots it in.
Minute, number 21, Julian Afore.
All right, folks. 73rd minute. 17 minutes plus stoppage time. And we are equal, 1-1. You would have to think that this really favors home side Revolution at this point. See if the Reds have an answer. They've not had much in the way of offensive pressure since about halfway through the first half after going up 1-0 on Mazonis' goal. Both teams have a fair amount of subs. Elliott does have a giveaway in the back. Oh, Revolution get thwarted a little bit there. A little bit of a fancy play to try to get it out of pressure there. Possibly a foul. Ref says no, we play on. Revolution attacking, couple men in the box. Joss gets deflected out. Does get cleared by the Reds. Deflected outside. don't really have numbers. They're 3-on-4. Ball goes out to the Revolution before all the Reds can recollect and get back. Revolution pressing hard. Flicked over the top. A foray's in there. Oh, shot on goal, deflected out. And the ref is going to call the foul on that. Another case where he allowed the advantage to play. Went to the Revolution, who had a player chasing it into the corner, possibly to send a service into the middle with 4 or 5 players waiting. But the wind was kind of causing havoc with it. Boy, players will tell you that this is one of their absolute favorite spots for a free kick. Just outside the edge of the top of the box. Able to serve this in. Ball down the middle is actually harder in this case when you have a wall. So just a 2-man wall. 7 black shirts attacking in the box. Equal red shirts. Ball sent up and over the top. It is not going to run out. Revolution, oh, he makes a nice touch at flick. Aguilar gets on. A little bit of hugging going on there in the corner. The ref says, play on. So we do. Nika on the ball out here. Gives it up, gets it back. Plays it back to Arguleta. Going across the cane. Oh, nice quick switch transition down the right flank, which has really been the side of choice here for the Revolution second half. Gets it across, finds his man. Thought he might be shooting. Tries to slide it across. The Reds read that, but the pressure of the Revolution are holding it in. Justin Wilson subbing out, running and cheering and trying to implore his troops. We will get to the number of the player coming on here in a second for the Revolution. They appear to be making a second sub. That's Nika leaving. Revolution in the attack. Player just in, number 27, able to get a shot on it. That's Hamid Toki. And the ball just going out for a goal kick for the Reds. Normally their preference is to play these short, and they choose to. We weren't sure with the wind and the pressure they've been under whether they would choose to clear it out. Now look for a long ball, really into nobody. Referee definitely calling this a little tighter now because the foul. Aaron ashore. Revolution regaining it. Rinse and repeat down that right flank. Slotted across. Finds his man. Oh, the Reds defend well, but certainly not out of pressure yet. They do find Big Gabrielis Mizunas in the middle. Reds slotting that across. Now they're in an equal man, a 2v2. Third man in, find Mizunas in the box. Gets a shot. Oh, we have a goal. We have a goal. Just like that. Out of nowhere. The Reds with very little possession this half. Almost no attack. Couple passes. First time in the entire second half we noted that they were even numbers. They sent another player in an overlapping run that did drag some of the attention. Right to left of the Revolution defender. Then the ball was slid the other way. And all of a sudden Mizunas found himself open, had a man on him, composed, took a touch, a little bit of a shoulder fake. And little bit of a lean and push move, the Beckenbauer move, if you're familiar with it, to the right, and able to slot it back across the grain to the left side of the goal. So that's the second goal for Mizunas. All right, folks, things are really opening up. Revolution right back in the box, sliding ball across. So in the 76th minute, we really think that this is going to be kind of 14 minutes, mostly of defending and clearing for the Reds. The Revolution that was in a 4-3-3 really seems to have gone to almost a 3-5-2, but into the attack is turning into more of a 5-forward offense, going back to the old days of U.S. soccer. If you know the numbering system, that was based on 5 attackers, so it's a system that seems to be tough to match up number-wise now because of that. You don't ever see 5 attackers now. But the Revolution, though, they've got 14 minutes. They've had the flow of possession. They're looking for their chances now. If you had our view, folks, you would see that the Reds don't have a single player more than about 30 yards from their goal. And everyone except for the Revolution goalkeeper, Newport, is in the attacking half of the Reds. So we have 21 of 22 players on one side of the field at the moment. All right, this is Aguilar. Nice ball played across. Thought Aguilar might take it down the wing. Instead he plays it in, but gets it back. Tries to slot it back across. Not able to get it. Does win it back himself. A little bit of pinball action here. Some good. Oh, some tough defending. We got players going down. Ref says advantage play on. Castillo slots it ahead. All players are up and look to be okay. Glad to see that. Castillo with what appeared to be his 100th touch of the night. Definitely a game being called tighter by our referee now. So he's going back to a yellow for Connor O'Brien, pointing to the foul that was here right in front of us, about 40 yards up the field a few moments earlier. But he gave the 2-arm advantage signal, allowed Castillo to attack. And then within his rights, absolutely, the ref came back and gave that yellow. Was a softer foul, but ref realized about 10 minutes ago he needs to keep this game reeled in. Seems to have done an excellent job with that. So a push that was being allowed in the first half, he just called here, but he's been calling those for about the last 10 or 15 minutes, both ways. So the Revolution with a great opportunity. Big Uribe's on the ball, looking for a chance. Again, this one in the middle of the goal with a 4-man wall in front is a much tougher opportunity. It's a tougher chip. He is chipping with the wind, or excuse me, into the wind, so it's going to make it a little interesting. See what he does. He goes for a bending ball off the top corner of the crossbar. What a fantastic ball into the wind Uribe played. For a second, the way he hit it initially looked like it was going to be high and outside. Kept bending, spinning in right on the corner of the frame. Fantastic ball. Flicked in here by the Revolution. They maintain possession. This is what we expect to see for the remaining 9+ minutes. Revolution into attack. Again, 21 of 22 players on the one side of the field. Oh, slotted across, had his man. Big Jacob just got his cleat on it, able to clear it out. Comes out here, finds his man on the outside. We're going to have another foul. That's O'Brien. Vance here would love to see him get a short night. He only came on about 15 minutes ago.
Meet your favorite Virginia Revolution players after the game. Line up at the center field gate at the conclusion of tonight's match and after they've had a chance to do their post.
All right, Ian Barris on this for the Revolution. Referee moving back the two-man wall for the Reds. Similar dangerous position from the exact other side that we saw a few minutes ago. Curling it in. An in-swinger, or excuse me, an out-swinger. But now the Reds have it. Mizunas on to the attack. Looks like the ref would have called it. Looks like AR2 would have flagged that as offside. Looks like that was Ilyich on the ball. Couldn't get it on his feet quick enough to get it off. Mizunas was making the run up the middle. Looks like we have another card coming. We're not sure if that was for dissent or for delaying the restart, kicking it off.
Please, a yellow card caution has been shown for Revolution number 8, Elsar Castillo, at the 85th minute.
So Castillo gets his first red card. I believe our yellow card. Our yellow card count for the night is 3-3. Folks, we're in 3 seconds, we'll be into the 86th minute. We have seen several goals this half. No real injuries. Wouldn't expect a whole lot of stoppage time. Few cards. Nice dancing around by the Reds, but they lose it. Revolution back on it. Knocked out of play. Revolution will try to get this in play quickly with Arguleta. Does get it in fast. The Reds with one player in the offensive attacking half. And Mizunas on the ball. Looks like he's going to slide back into the defensive half with everybody else here in a moment. He's still chasing. This is a chase just to provide a little pressure, slow down the attack. Oh, the Reds do win it. Nice little touch pass. Ilyich looking on here. Finds his man, Ludoff. Back to Ilyich. Nice little touch to maintain possession. Just so crafty and so technical. Ball played across. Slotted out. Oh, Mizunas finds himself back in one-on-one. Can he finish? Oh, instead of taking the shot, tried to make a move. Again, a decision that he would probably like to have back. Went down, didn't really implore for much of a foul. Knew there wasn't there. Big Jacob steps in, able to knock it out. Folks, if Revolution come back and tie this, remember that opportunity that Mizunas just had would have been his hat trick for the night. I think legs are getting weary. He's looking like he's struggling, but he had a chance. Oh, they played across just over the head of the lurching Revolution attacker. Mizunas, whose legs look really heavy at this point. They play back to him. Now he slides it across, finds his man attacking. This is Adrian Ashore. And folks, in the 88th minute, we just saw the first plus save, the first good save, above average save of the night by either keeper. A game with a couple goals and lots of attacking, but at no point has either keeper had to really do anything spectacular. Fantastic save for Newport. Again, something we will look at if the Revolution are able to tie this. The Reds are looking to put the nail in the coffin. The ref says that prom season is coming, but we're not dancing tonight. The Reds forward, along with one defender and the goalie, kind of doing the mamba there. All right, Ilyich is playing this in. Low, hard outswinger on the ground. Don't think he quite caught that as cleanly as he wanted to. Revolution into the counterattack. Stood up. Alexander Dexter on it. Gets it onto Castillo. Oh, plays just a fantastic outside of the foot. 45-yard ball right to his man on the outside. The Reds are back in defending. They are 11 deep in the offensive end of the Revolution. In the 87th minute here, folks. Nice little turn. Elliott steps in. Jacob comes back through. Nice little fight for it up front. That's number 9, Arian Ashore, who seems to have swapped places with Mizunas, who just really seems to be struggling. The Reds do have a sub. You'd have to believe it's probably for Mizunas at this point, but they can't seem to get him in the game. Revolution are attacking.
There is no way they're calling that a goal kick. This ref is amazing.
What really seemed to be a corner kick opportunity must have deflected back off the forward of the Revolution. The AR right across the other side of the field, but right in line with it. Clearly had it. So it is not Mizunas that is coming off. Instead is Ashore. And folks, we are in the 91st minute. We have not gotten a signal from our referee as to stoppage time yet. Have to believe it's probably in the 2 to 3 minute range. Kane looking to see if he can find somebody upfield. Does find Castillo. Nifty little kind of a jump touch under pressure. Kane slots it up. Gets it through. Illich, instead of just banging it, is able to find his man on the outside. However, the Reds lose it.
Yes, no, maybe. Not working for some reason. Did someone unplug it? Is that
Revolution now throwing numbers harder. Going forward. Can't believe there's more than a couple minutes left. Oh, Castillo plays a great ball. Revolution get it. Another deflection off Jacob. Probably about his 6th or 7th shot block of the night. Nice little nifty move. Out on the outside. Ian gets it, sends it across. Jacob, goes for a clearance. Nearly missed it. What would be considered a good miss. It hit off the inside of his thigh and knee, slotted through his own leg right to his keeper. Appears that we've been given 2 minutes of stoppage time. The ref says get that punt in the air, gets caught up in the wind. Nice little fight for the ball. Well won by the Revolution. Ian calling for it, but the ref says play on, advantage. Castillo on the ball, slots it down the wing. Oh, excellent piece of defending here by the Reds. And we are going to have a foul called for the Revolution. This will probably look like a couple 90-year-old men walking over for the Reds to get this kick into play. Reds seem to be making one more substitution. This is the one that we were looking for. Gabrielis Mizunas, who really has had a fantastic night for the Reds, has both goals, had a third opportunity that he would probably like back, but he has been the lone pressure for the Reds in the offensive half against the defense. Put his miles in. Is going to have some sore, tired legs in the morning.
That's ugly, ref.
And here we go. Into the 93rd, approaching the 94th minute. Reds play this over the top. Able to get the deflection. They just play it down into the corner, trying to trap the Revolution and take some extra time. So we were given 2 minutes of extra time. We're already into the 3rd minute, but with the sub, you figure there's a little bit of time added on. Can't be much, though, for the Revolution. Castilla plays it down. Some good jostling and battling going on. The ref says keep going. Jacob wins it, plays it out. Revolution are able to maintain it. And that one does go out. That was kind of an awkward play there. Looked like there was kind of a foul both ways. Uribe went down. Even looked like Big Jacob for Alexandria stopped. Okay. All right, folks. That's the opportunity in the Revolution we're looking for. Uribe got fouled. They are sending everybody, including goalie. If you can get that on the screen, Donovan. Goalie in blue there. It's in the middle of the field, well on the offensive side. Ball is played. The whole city is in the box, and it slides through. Collected by Monis. A little bit of a left tap there by the Revolution forward. Monis goes down as all goalies would. Milk that. Probably a bump that didn't need to happen. Certainly not something that would normally be considered a foul, but something that is costing his team about 30 seconds of play. Okay, Monis gets this up into the wind. Does not go very far. And folks, there you have it. The home crowd not happy with the result, but what a fantastic match we saw tonight, folks. Going back and forth. Both teams getting some opportunities. Both teams would have opportunities they would love to have back. Folks, we want to again thank you for joining us here at RavenTek Park, Revolution Sportsplex. And we want to mention again that Revolution has joined forces with Loudoun United. And they are excited for what's ahead. One club, one home, one family. So folks, this is Matthew Thomas, Donovan, who did a fantastic job for us on the camera on a tough night with our table and our camera blown in the wind. I want to thank you for joining us. Ask you to continue to like and subscribe to DMV Sports. But our final tonight, folks, the ASA visiting Reds 2, the home Virginia Revolution 1. And we are signing off. Have a great evening, folks.
Be sure to check in at 11 o'clock tomorrow for the Maryland Super Soccer League. We're going to be there all day at Milford Mill, 11 to 7.